Ensemble has grown to record numbers this year under Viviana's direction. We are so pleased to have her. It is amazing what she can do with flutes, with all the different variations, and we're just pleased and happy to have her with the program. It's our great pleasure to introduce the chamber flute ensembles under the direction of Viviana Guzman.
You're very, very kind. Thank you so much. Well, it's been a great pleasure for me to work with the flutists this year, and I'm just tickled and thrilled that we have grown to the number that we have. We're starting with group 1. These are the youngest students. And who is, I think Armand is our youngest pupil here. How old are you, Armand? 9 years old. Yes, let's give him a hand. Wave your hand, Armand. Yes, that's Armand. And who is 9? How about 10? Anybody 10? How about 11? Emma and Naya are 11. Yes. And who's 12? Okay, very good. 13? 13, okay. So we're going to start with Handel's Water Music Suite. This is a piece that Handel composed for the king at his time, and it was called Water Music because they actually the musicians were on a float in the river playing the music on the water. So that's why it's called the Water Music Suite. They're getting set up. This is our combined flute choirs. This is group 1, 2, and 3. And in total, I think we are 27 or so flutists. So it's the large ensemble. And this piece is an Irish piece. It's traditional. And it was arranged by a friend of mine, Nicole Chamberlain. It's a traditional song. And well, everyone loves Irish music, so this is Brian Boru. For those of you in our esteemed public who weren't here last week, I just wanted to introduce you to the Flute family, those of you who may not know about all the different members. We have, of course, the flute. So Manami is going to play a C major scale so that you can hear what the flute sounds like. Go ahead. And then higher than the flute, it's about an octave higher, is the piccolo, and we're going to have Evie play a C major scale on the piccolo. And then we have the alto flute. Maya, hold up the alto flute so they can see the difference between that and Manami, your flute. It's just 4 notes, actually 5 notes lower, right? And Maya, stand up and play a D major scale. It's going to sound like a G major, good point. Very good. And then we have the bass flute. Annalisa, why don't you stand up and show them your bass flute. And she's going to play a D major scale. So that sounds a whole octave lower than the flute that Manami was playing. So that was the members of the flute family, and here is our arrangement by John Williams. This is the music to the famous and beautiful Harry Potter suite. going to be helped along by, is it Andrew? Andrew, so thank you so much. He was on the double bass because it turns out that that arrangement had a part for contra bass flute, which is a whole octave lower than the bass flute. And since we don't have a contra bass flute yet, we had to ask for Andrew to help us. So our next piece is by Tchaikovsky. This piece was first premiered in 1889, and it was not successful. It was not well received by the public. And it wasn't until the 1960s that it became a tradition to start playing the Nutcracker Suite during Christmas time. This is the Waltz of the Flowers. Our next piece is going to be Group 3, which is the oldest members of our group. And we are doing a transcription of the Mozart string quartet. I'm so used to saying flute in front of everything. It's the string quartet. This is Eine kleine Nachtmusik. I was born in Chile, in South America, and I was brought to this country by my parents when I was 5. But I do tend to go back to Chile at least 5 times a year. In fact, I was there, I think, about a week or 2 ago. This next piece is by a Chilean composer, and it's a suite. This is one of his dance numbers, and these are dances from South America. This one is called Milongueña. And milongueña is kind of a fast tango or fast habanera, if you know that rhythm. This is by a piece called Milongueña by Claudio Acevedo. And Claudio Acevedo is a composer and guitarist, and he teaches at the University of Santiago in Chile. Thank you so much. All right, all of you, next year who are going to continue on, you must do your scales. We're going to finish off with a piece by Beethoven. This is from his last symphony, and when he composed this, he was actually completely deaf, if you can believe this. From his Symphony Number 9, this is our chamber flute choir version of it. It's called Ode to Joy. I want to close by saying thank you again for trusting me with your kids. I want to wish everyone a happy holiday season and careful today driving out there in this wet rain. So we'll see you next semester. We'll see you in January. Happy New Year.